Standard 8 Maths Chapter 6 Squares and Square Root. Hello everyone. In this video we'll see how to find square root of the given number by long division method or division method. So in this video we will discuss about division method of calculating square roots of the number. We'll check with example. This is 4096. Okay. So first step, what we have to do? We have to put bars starting bar on two digits or two numbers starting from your this ones place. So first bar will be on ones and tens place digit, and second bar will be on this hundred and thousand places. If there is a number, suppose there is a number 517632 5. So from ones place we will start putting on two digits like first bar, second bar, third bar and this fifth bar. Okay, we have to start from ones place, and this number of bars that will decide how many digit you will have in the square root of the particular number. Suppose if we talk about this number, that is 517632 5. If you want to know the number of digits in its square root, okay, they will be equal to the number of bars we have put, that like 1 2 3 4. So we have put 4 bars, so its square root will be having 4 digit. Okay, now without even calculating, we can predict that square root of this number will have 2 digits, or this will be the square of a 2 digit number. So this thing is clear now. So we have put bars. Now the next step, what we have to do? Okay, now we have to think of a number. We have to think of a number whose square is either equal to or less than this 40. Means first number under the bar, first bar. Okay, so we have to think of a number whose square is either equal to or less than this 40. So if you see, there is a number 36. Clear? 36 is square of 6. So 36, if you go to the next higher number, that is 49. So 6 after 6, this is 7, and square of 6 is 36, and we talk about 7 is square of 7 is 49. So we cannot place 49 over here because this 49 is greater than this 40. So we have to think of a number whose square is either less than or equal to 40. So we'll go with this 36. So we will write 6 here, and 6, this is quotient. Okay, so this is a quotient, this is our divisor. So we will subtract 36 from this, and what we are left with? We have left with 4. Clear? Now what we have to do? We have to double this quotient. So it's double of this. Either you can add 6 plus 6, or you can double this quotient. Okay, we have 12. Clear? We'll put a blank here, and we'll bring down this next bar. So we have to write both this number. We cannot say this. We can take 9 at one time and 6 at one time. So we have to bring down this number under this bar. So we will write 496. Clear? Now we have to think of a number. We have to think, or we have to fill this blank with a number, and the same number that has to be put over in the quotient. Okay, same digit have to be put in the quotient, so that the product of this digit and this number and this whole number will be either equal to this 496, or it should be less than that, cannot exceed this 496 or this dividend. So if we think about, we will say write 3. Suppose if you are writing 2, so this 122, and again we have to put 2 here. So this 122, so this product of this number, this 122 and this new digit in the quotient, that should not exceed this 496, or that should be equal to or less than. So this is 244, and this is very less than this. So we'll try it for next number. Okay, if we'll try for 3, and if we're writing 3 over here, so 123 threes are, this is 9, this is 6, and this is 369. Am I going right way? Wait. Okay, so again this is 369, this is very less. Okay, so what we do, we'll proceed with next number, that is 4. So we have to put the same digit here. Now if we have to multiply this 124 into 4, we will get 496. Okay, so we will put this number over here. So we will subtract 496 and we get the remainder 0. Okay, we will get nothing as remainder. So this 46, what is the quotient? This quotient will the square will be the square root of this 4096. Clear? This is 64, sorry. So this is 64, whatever the quotient, this is the square root of the given number. Clear? So this is thing is clear. We'll try with the one more example. We'll see 729. So we'll start putting the bar from zero unit place. This is 729. Okay, we'll start putting the bar. So first thing, we have to think of a number whose square is either equal to 7 or less than 7. So what is it? What it can be? So if we see square of 2, square of 2 is 4, square of 3 is 9. So 9 we cannot put because 9 we cannot put 3 because its square is 9 and 9 is greater than 7. So we will put this 2. We will subtract this. This will become clear. This will bring down this next number and we will double this quotient. So 2 plus 2, either we can do 2 plus 2 or we can simply double this quotient. So this is 4. Now we have to fill this blank with the numbers such that and the same number should also come in the quotient such that product of this new digit in the quotient and this whole number should be either equal to this 329 or it should be less than this. It cannot exceed this. Okay, now we will see the what can it can be. This is 47. If we say 47, so this is 329. So it is coming exact. So we'll put 17 here and 17 in the quotient. So it is 329. Clear? Or the remainder is coming 0. So this 27. So whatever the quotient will be the square root of this number. Okay. So I hope now the things are clear to you. How to calculate the square roots of the decimal. So one more thing, square root of the decimal part. Decimal part, how to find? Suppose there is a number 12.25. Okay, how to put bar on the number which is in decimal form. So I'm telling in a generalized way, generalized point. So if we have 376.5124. So first we do the we'll put the bar on this integral part or the this value. So we will start putting from unit place. Okay, first we'll put a bar on the 76 and this we'll put next bar on 3. But if we have to put bar on numbers after decimal, so we'll start from the nearest number to the decimal. First we'll put 51 and this 24. If there is number 4185.76321, so for integral part we'll start from ones place and like this, and from the number after decimal part we'll start putting bar from the number which is next to the decimal. So first bar will be on 76, then next bar will be on 32 and then next bar will be on 1. So this way I have to put the bar, rest the procedure is same. So we'll find this is 12.25. So bar, okay, this is simple. We have two parts. So now we have to think of a number which is either square of whose is either equal to 12 or less than 12. So we have 3, square is 9. We think of 4, square is 16. So we cannot use 4 because its square is 16, which is greater than 12. Okay, so we'll start with 3. This is 3. This is 3 and this is 3. 3 is remainder. We will put a decimal because now the number which we are bringing down is after decimal. So we will put a decimal in quotient. Okay. Now we have to double the quotient, that is 3 into 2, or we can do 3 plus 2, 3 plus 3. This is 6, and we'll put a blank. Now we'll bring down this 25 to this place. Okay, now we have to fill this blank and this question part also by the same number. So we can try it for 5. So it is 325. So we will write 5 here and 5 here. So it is 325 and we have 0 as remainder. So, so the question is 3.5. So the what we have this square root of 12.25 is 3.5. So this way we have to go with the square root of decimals. Clear? So there are few examples like example 10. So these type of example, this like you have example 10, example 11, example 12. These are important one. So we'll discuss them one by one. First example 10. So these are same. In these such questions, we have been asked to multiply to a given number by the smallest number or by, or we have to divide, or sometimes we can subtract also or add also. So we will go through this one by one. So example 10 says, find the least number that must be subtracted from 5607 so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the perfect square. So first we have to find the square root of 5607. So by looking at the unit place, it is clear that it is not a perfect square. Okay, as I told you, the number at the if a number is a perfect square, so it can have only 0, 1, 4, 6, 9. Okay, at the unit place. So this is 7. So it is not a perfect square. It is very clear. So we'll put the bar. Now we have to think of a number. So 7 square is 49 and 8 square is 64. So we'll definitely go with 7. So this is 7 and 49. Okay. So we'll subtract, we'll get 7 and we'll double this quotient. So this is 1, 4. And we will bring down this number. This is 7. Now we have to fill this blank and the next digit in quotient by the same number. So we'll try with 4. So it will be 144 and same number, that is 4. So we'll multiply. This is 476. Clear? Sorry, this is 576. So we can try with the 145 also, if in case you have confusion. If we try with, if we are going to fill this here 5, so we have to put next digit as 5 also. So we will multiply this 145 by 5. This will become, okay, if we are putting 5, the number is coming 725, which is greater than this 707. So we will go with this 4. So if we will put 4, we will write 4 here and this will be 576. Okay. So this 131 is a remainder. That means, what it means? It means that if the remainder is 0, we consider that particular number which is obtained as a quotient to be the square root. And if we are getting this remainder, that means from this 5607, if we subtract this 131, we will get 0. Okay, we will get 0 definitely. And we will get 0 and that number will become perfect square. So from 5607, we have to subtract this number. So it will become 6, 7, 4, 5. So this resulting number is a perfect square. And what is a perfect square, or what is the square root of the same? That's 74, which is obtained as a quotient. That's this will be the square root. So this square root of 75476 will be 74. Simply we have to subtract whatever be the remainder we have obtained. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Now example 11. We have example 11. What it says? Find the greatest 4-digit number which is a perfect square. Clear? It is similar. So what is the greatest four digit number you can ever think? So it can be 9999. So it is the highest number or the largest four digit number. So the greatest four digit number is greatest four digit number is 9999. Okay, so first we'll find the square root. We'll follow the division method. So we have to think of a number whose square is either equal to 99 or less than 99. So 9 square is 81, and if we go for 10 square it is 100. So we will not go with 10, we will go with 9. So it is 9 9 is 81. Okay. Now next is we have to double the quotient, that is 18, and we have to bring down this 99 here. Now there is a blank, we have to fill this blank and the next digit of the quotient by same digit. Okay. So it is, we say it is 99. So it is so we'll put 9 here. So this 198 is a remainder. So as we did in the last question, this 198 is extra. That means if we subtract this 198 from this 9999, we will get the perfect square. Okay, and the square root of that resultant number will be 99. So we will subtract 198 from this. The resultant number is 9801, and the square root of this will be 99. Clear? So next example is example 12. Example 12 says, find the least number that must be added to 1300 so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the resultant number. So we have 1300. So first we did what we have to do. We have to find the so put the bars. So we'll try for 3. This is 3 because 4 square of 4 will be 16 and this 16 will be greater than this 30. So this is 9 and we have 400. Now 3 plus 3, this is 6. We have to fill this number by. Now we can fill it by 6. So 66 6 times will be 396 and we have 4 as remainder. So definitely if we look at 36, so 1300. There are two things. Square of 36 is 12096. If we subtract this number from 1300, that is 1296. So this 1300, it is greater than square of 36. Okay, 36 square of 36 is 1296. And how we get this 1296? By subtracting from 4 from this 1300. Okay, we have just 4 extra. So this 1300 is greater than square of 36. And what about 37? So square of 37 is 1369, and this 1369 is lesser than square of 37. Okay, this is 1369. So there are two things. This 1300 is greater than square of 36 and less than square of 37. So square of 37 is 1369 and we have 1300. So we have been asked to add smallest number to this 1300 in order to make it a perfect square. So next perfect square to this 1300 is 1369. So what we have to do? We have to just add 69 to this number. It will become 1369 and this will be a perfect square. So we have to add just 69 to this 1300 in order to make it is a perfect square. Okay, and the square root of that particular number will be 37. Clear? So next remaining example and questions we will do in our next video. Thank you.